Welcome to the hair experience, guys. Welcome to the channel. I am Curtis, your guide to get hair back on your head with no pills, no surgeries, etc. Hairbymhe.com has got all the supplies: tapes, bonds, shampoos, conditioners, adhesives, the hair itself. Everything is on the website, guys. Check it out. We've got back to natural to put some color back into your hair. There's tons of stuff in there. Check it out. Use that coupon code MHE20 to save $30 on your hair replacement, only for Invisiskin and Duraskin. Lace is still super expensive to build. Speaking about lace, Invisilace, Super Lace, and Hybrid Lace. We have a lot of them in stock. I'm gonna put a picture up here that shows you, if you scroll down, whenever you click on it, you'll see the available colors that we have in stock. That's changed in real time. Check it out, hairbymhe.com. Anyways, and my hair experience too, check that out. Tons of information, FAQs, tutorials, etc. Ebooks, guys, knowledge is power. Get to it, Curtis. What are you talking about? I am talking about installation methods. Crap. I have got to get my, no I don't, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna use the mannequin head, we're gonna go real time here. All right, so we're gonna start with time first. There are ways to daily wear, and there are extended wear, okay? Daily wear can be done with, typically is done with tape. So you would use a daily wear tape, and you can just Google that. We don't sell it. I don't really specialize in daily wear options, but you guys who do wear daily and take it off at night, you guys know what I'm talking about. Just Google daily wear. You can call it wig tape or hair replacement tape or what have you in Google, and you'll see a lot. Walker makes some. What's the name of that company? Keepers brand makes some. There's a few other companies out there that make daily wear tapes. If you want to do an exposed hairline on a daily wear, that is possible too. You would use a product called Got to Be Glued hair gel. And I know you're gonna say, Curtis, what the hell are you gonna do with hair gel? You're gonna treat it just like you would treat your bond if you were to put a bond on the hairline. Okay, now the guys, this is not the most secure method. This is not go skydiving method, what have you. This is daily wear for you guys that work in an office and want to take it off at night. So there's lots of YouTube videos out there that teach you the Got to Be Glued, be glued method. Check those out. That's gonna be daily wear. Now there's extended wear options, which is what I do and what I really kind of specialize in. Basically, it's 2 to 3 weeks at a time. So there's different methods and ways to go about this. The first method, and if you guys have been on YouTube looking around, you'll see what you see most of, for some god-awful reason, I don't know why, is the full bond method with a clear bond or a white bond, either one. Basically what happens is they take the whole affected area of your head that is bald, that they're putting the unit on that area, and they literally apply bond to the entire area, the whole thing. It's a lot of product, guys, straight up. It's just too much product on your head that has to be cleaned. It has to get taken off, and it's just a lot of work. It's a ton of work, and it's a ton of that product on your head, and you're using a ton of product that is not cheap. I'm not a huge fan of that. For some reason, YouTube seems to be, but I've done it once before, and it was an epic failure. I don't ever want to do it in the future. This is me personally. Some guys, this might be your best method. I'm not ragging on it. I personally am not a huge fan. So yeah, you would just put bond all over the head, and then you would put the unit on the head. One of the biggest things to this is, let's say you want breathability. You're a lace guy, for instance, okay? Or like Invisiskin, like a gas permeable and liquid permeable polyurethane based unit. When you put that entire layer of bond all over your head, you have now turned your breathability of this lace unit to zero. It no longer will vent. You have this layer encapsulating the skin on your head, period. that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me if you want breathability, that you would basically envelop the skin with a product that would turn your breathability to nothing and cause a huge mess. The next method, okay, is a perimeter tape, total perimeter tape, okay? You would do the forehead all the way around the perimeter, and you can do this on the unit or on the head, totally up to you, whatever works best. And this is the method kind of that I use, but we'll get on. Perimeter tape, okay? This is typically for your not exposed hairline guy. I have got some clients who can make it look good with a super thin style tape. True Tape, the manufacturers of our products, makes one. Again, not a method that I use. Basically the reason why is the tape is just taller than, you're putting surface on top of surface, causing too much height there to cause a lip to form. Now, if you get the glue, if you get the tape, the hairline into the tape well with a lace unit, you can do this and pull it off. That edge has to be perfect though, and you won't have any problem with it. Again, it's gonna have to be a super thin tape, not one that we offer in the store, but is available. So you got a perimeter, okay? You can also put a piece of tape on the crown area and one in the middle there, okay? That's just good for all over stability, I guess you would say. You don't want wrinkles in the base, guys. If you put a brush or a comb, you never want to use an actual comb like one we had as when we were kids. You never want to use those. You risk tearing the unit. But if you get it hung on a wrinkle somewhere, okay, if you've got a raised up part and that brush hits that wrinkle, you risk tearing any whatever unit you have. Doesn't really matter what it is, polyurethane or lace. Okay, so that's really method. That's gonna be, you can do that extended wear or daily wear in that circular perimeter method. Your next and really final method is going to be a perimeter tape with a hairline glue. So all you're doing is basically doing it like if it's like this, let's say, you're gonna take this top section right here and you're gonna leave it blank. You're gonna do the whole perimeter, but you're gonna leave that front inch-ish blank with nothing on it. That's the method that I use. That way, and not to say that's the only right method, it is totally not, but it just works for me. You know, this is kind of like learn your own way. Start with this way, but kind of change it up to what you want it to be for perfection. So that's what I do. So I'll do that perimeter area, and then that front little edge there is just my hairline that all I have to put, I put a single coat of bond on it for Invisiskin or a polyurethane. And then that's easier to clean up for me in 5 to 7 days than having to worry about the whole unit being gunky in 5 to 7 days. Not a big fan. Now you can take all of those methods and you can take and pick and choose parts of it to make your own method. There is no perfect method to this, guys. Like I was saying early in the video, the whole bond, a full head bond is not for me. But it could be for 45% of you guys out there. You see what I'm saying? Like, I have guys that use tape and bond on the tape. Not a fan of mixing chemicals, to be honest with you, because there are chemicals in this stuff, and I'm not a fan of that. I wouldn't really do that part of it. The tape should do what the tape is supposed to do. It should be your adhesive property. You shouldn't have to add bond to it unless it's a small repair. You know, you got a corner coming up or you got a piece coming up, whatever, a little small repair. Yeah, you can put bond on it. It should be just fine. I'm just not a fan. If the tape doesn't do the job, then the tape shouldn't be what you're using to do that job. Does that make sense? So there are other tapes out there. They're called red and blue. They're called liner tapes. Those liner tapes are made to be just exactly what they're called, a liner. So you can use that tape in conjunction with another tape so that those two things stick together. But when you go to remove this tape, the one that's actually sticking to your head, this liner tape is easier to take off. I have a lot of guys, that's an old school method, but it's still true to this day and it still works well. I personally don't do it, but I let the tape break down over time, so it's really not that difficult to get off of the unit. Those are really all of your installation methods. Now, there are tons of products to do this with. When I say there's probably 50 different bonds and 50 different tapes, that's being reasonable, I think, out there in the marketplace. You have to really find the one that's right for you. I've always told guys, you're gonna try 2 to 5 different bonds. Okay, bond would be the liquid form. Before you land on that perfect one. That's average. Typically, that's average. You may get the first one and go, man, this is great, it's lasted me, etc. Okay? And tape. Tape generally is pretty universal from person to person, more than bond is. So that, I hope that helps make sense of all this. So you have multiple different ways to do this, but you're just going to have to experiment and find that one that works best for you. That's it. That's all I got today. Guys, I can't tell you how grateful I am for the business that you give to me and my family and being part of this community. I'm here every day for you guys, 6 days a week, basically about 12 hours a day. I start at like 7:30 a.m. on my computer answering emails, and my phone's by my side until like 8 or 9 p.m. every day. Don't forget, guys, lace is available, but please go down and check the availability list. It's just scroll down. I put the thing up there earlier. Just scroll down and see what's actually available, because if you guys cancel that order, it costs us for that credit card transaction. It is what it is. We're happy to cancel and refund an order, but it just costs us to do it. So please take a look at that first. It's free to hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button, guys. It means the world to your boy. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.